one. Hello, my name is Eric Cormier, and I'm Vice President of Policy and Strategic Development at the Southwest Louisiana Economic Development Alliance / Chamber Southwest Louisiana. And this is another episode of Insider. Today, we have Dr. Daryl Burckel, the University President at McNeese State University, our local university here in Southwest Louisiana, based in Lake Charles. And as with everything, we're talking about COVID-19, and let's get right into it. Dr. Burckel, first of all, how are you and the family doing?
Well, good morning, Eric. Good to be with you. I'm excited to do this. My family's great. Everyone's doing well. Grandkids are well. And, I get to see them a little more often today because they're just around and, moms and dads are wanting to get them out of the house. So
Right.
we get a chance to spend a little more time with them. So it's been good.
Good. All right. Well, let's talk about the campus. Let's talk about the university.
Sure.
There's a quote that you will find in both national and international and regional media outlets, and that is the new normal.
Yeah.
So I want to get right at it. What's the new normal you think for McNeese State University?
I'll tell you what, let's just say this. We want to be back to full tilt in the fall. Okay. For us, that's going to be normal. Then we're going to adjust from that based upon what's taking place. We're not going to assume what's taking place 3 months from now in the fall. We're going to let that play out. I guarantee you in 3 weeks after this, we've opened up, and in 3 weeks, we're going to see what normal looks like in Southwest Louisiana, right? So I'm always quick to say, don't equate us with New Orleans or other spots.
Right.
Judge us on what's going on here and let us have our normal. Let us develop what that is, because people are going to decide that. I'm not.
Exactly.
People will decide what normal is. What we're going to make sure to do is try in our best way possible to accommodate folks that have a more heightened sense of this as an issue for them. Mm-hmm. We're going to make sure that our faculty who are susceptible age-wise and underlying health issues-wise, they're going to stay online. We're going to make sure, and not unless they're comfortable and they want to be back. We have had a couple professors say, listen, we're over 75. We want to be back in the classroom. Well, we're going to allow that, right?
Right.
Students, we're going to let students know if you have underlying health issues, you may want to take it a little slow and start online. And then as things work then its way out and we kind of get through this a little more, then come back. But otherwise, we're going to be looking for students to come back. Right. If we're under distancing regulations, then we're going to make sure that our classes, let's say we have a class of 60 students and it's a Monday, Wednesday, Friday class. We're looking at having 20 of those students in class on a Monday, and the rest will see it by live stream. Mm-hmm. Then another section of 20 of that class will be in there on a Wednesday, getting some face-to-face. The rest will be on live stream. Mm-hmm. And on Friday, the remaining 20. So the students will be getting a face-to-face interaction with the professor at least one day out of the week while they are live streaming or online for the other part. If we're in those time restrictions, we're looking at larger classroom sizes like Bulber Auditorium. Mm-hmm. If we have a class of 100, Bulber holds 2,500 students. We can safely distance and make sure that we have delivery. So if we're down that road, if that's where we are, we're going to make accommodations to still have on-campus classes as much as we can. Those classes will be used from 8 to 5 in the evening or 8 to 8. We'll have those classes. And we'll make adjustments on how we do that. But our faculty and staff are thinking ways through about how we can do this and how we can do it within the guidelines and with safety.
How difficult is it to take and utilize the guidelines in safety? Parents and students will be thinking, well, if I get on campus, we know we got to wash our hands. We know we got to socially distance. But what about that process of cleaning the campus and hoping to keep the virus away, or at least to manage it as much as possible?
Yeah, well, all you can do is try to manage it, right? I mean, there's no, you walk outside, we live with viruses every day.
Right.
Right. We're not trying to eliminate every virus that we can. I mean, we're just trying to, at this point, keep the hygiene and keep the practices in place. There've been good practices that have been put in place. We have our staff members will, it's not just going to be custodial staff that's cleaning, but our staff members will also be wiping down. We're hoping that we have practices that after students use a computer, that there's wipes there that they can wipe it down for the next use, like a gym, right? I use a piece of gym equipment, I wipe it down for the next person to come on. So we're gonna try to make sure that those kind of guidelines and standards are communicated, and that we can make sure that we have those kind of practices that are taking place.
Every year, budget issues for all higher education in Louisiana is always an issue. Yeah. McNeese State is like the rest of the universities. COVID-19, the legislature is in play. We don't know what's going to happen with money. What are y'all doing budget-wise right now to kind of prepare?
Well, we all have already instituted a 5% cut that we're looking at. I mean, our faculty and staff are working with our administrators as they go through every division in the institution to find that 5% cut. So that we're starting there. And, we're going to find other ways, hopefully, if things go beyond that, other ways to fill that, either from savings or we do have some COVID-19 money, some CARES Act money that came to the institution that will help cover anything over and above that. So, we've been facing budget issues at the university now for quite some time. I mean, it's not new. And as the state has, again, supported us less and less, our student tuition is what has driven us in student enrollment. And last fall, we had a drop in enrollment. So immediately that creates a gap, right? So, we have to make sure that we keep driving enrollment back to the institution, and that helps solidify our budget. But we are planning. We're not going to be caught unaware of this issue.
Lastly, Southland Conference athletics. What are you hearing from the ADs and the rest of the university presidents and the commissioner? Yeah,
well, we have a Southland Conference meeting this week, Zoom meeting this week, where we'll be making decisions on, I think, our schedules, participation schedules. How can we save money as institutions, not necessarily as a conference, but coming together as institutions? How can we save money? So, for instance, you might find proposals like, we're going to maybe on travel. If it's if you're within 3 hours, then you go there and back. You don't spend the night. Travel is one of the biggest aspects of the budget. So they'll look at that. We may look at some conference games that are not home and home. It's just one in non-return. We might just leave those out. There's usually 4 of those, like in basketball. You just leave those out and maybe try to reschedule some other games. We're looking at there are a lot of different things that we're looking at, even at postseason play, because a lot of travel is involved with that. So, I think at the conference level, we're just this is a year we're trying to get through. Like everyone else, we just want to get through this year, because just about everyone's budget is going to be impacted. You think about the athletic budget. If you're a self-generated revenue athletic budget, then ticket sales, right, sponsorships, fundraisers. I mean, you think about NCAA money. All of these things can be down. So we're trying to find ways to save as a conference, as we participate with one another. Let's find a way to save some money collectively so we can get through this year.
All right, then. Well, Dr. Burckel, we appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you, Eric.
We, as part of the Pokes family and part of the Chamber family, hey, keep it going.
Hey, go Pokes.
There you go. Go Pokes. That's the latest in Chamber Alliance Insider. I'm Eric Cormier. Until next time.